Hello. Welcome all to game 22 of our Chess Classic series. As you are aware, our Chess Classic series has two playlists, one for full games and another for shorts, where you can see last few moves to know the checkmate pattern or winning combination, etc. And after that, you can then see the related full game and enjoy it. In today's video, I am going to show beautiful game between Max Euwe and Paul Keres. This was played in Rotterdam in 1939, and Paul Keres won that game. And I have made a beautiful introduction of both these players. They are new to our series, and especially those who are not aware of them will like this introduction surely. But before that, do like, share, and comment our videos for the benefit of all the chess community, and subscribe to our channel. All these things will encourage me to create more and more videos for all of you. So let's begin. Player's introduction. Max Euwe was a famous Dutch chess grandmaster, mathematician, and chess author. World Chess Championship. He defeated Alekhine in 1935 to become fifth world chess champion, the title he held till 1937. The match lasted for 30 games, played in 13 different cities of Netherlands for over 80 days, with a score of 15.5 to 14.5 in favor of Euwe. Alekhine's loss was regarded more due to his overconfidence than his excessive alcoholism. Alekhine himself agreed that he would have easily won. He strongly bounced back in 1937 rematch and scored a massive win, 15.5 to 9.5 over Euwe. Alekhine had given up alcohol for the preparation of rematch. Max Euwe as a FIDE president. He served as a FIDE president from 1970 to 1978. In 1976, when Rohini Khadilkar became first woman to compete in men's championship that necessitated an appeal in High Court, it caused Euwe to rule that women couldn't be barred from national or international championships. In 1975, some people also questioned whether Euwe did as much as he could have to prevent Fischer from forfeiting his world title. But Euwe mostly did what he considered morally right rather than what was politically expedient. Max Euwe was without a doubt the best president FIDE ever had, said by Grandmaster Yuri Auerbach. As a chess author, Max Euwe wrote over 70 chess books, far more than any world champion. Some of the best are The Road to Chess Mastery, Judgment and Planning in Chess, The Logical Approach to Chess, Strategy and Tactics in Chess, and Fischer, World Champion. Paul Keres. Paul Keres was a Estonia grandmaster and chess author. He was one of the strongest and top players in the world, but missed a chance to become a world champion on 5 occasions. He was a candidate 7 times. Opening theories contributed. Paul Keres is known for his important contributions in opening theory. Keres attack in Sicilian defense 7-9 variation. E4 c5, knight f3 d6, d4 cd4 nd4 nf6, nc3 e6 and g4. In closed Roy Lopez old system, e4 e5, knight f3 knight c6, bishop b5 a6, bishop a4 knight f6, castles, bishop e7 rook e1 b5, bishop b3 d6 c3, castles h3, knight a5, bishop c2 c5 d4 and nd7. Keres defense, d4 e6 c4 bishop b4 check. Line in English opening, c4 e5, nc3 knight f6 g3 and c6. As a chess author, Paul Keres published 180 problems and 30 studies, including Rook Ending, that won a first prize in 1947. He wrote few chess books that included some of his well-regarded and deeply annotated best games. Some of the best books by him are Grandmaster of Chess, The Art of the Middle Game, Practical Chess Endings, Volume C of first edition of ECO, Encyclopedia of Chess Openings, and Riga Magazine, Shachmati. So the game started with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, b6, queen's Indian defense, g3, bishop b7, bishop g2, bishop e7, castle castle, knight c3, knight e4 and queen c2. The second most preferred line by top players. This line often leads to a quick draw, and these days if white wants to play for a win, then he chooses bishop d2. Okay, so in the game queen c2 was played, knight into c3, queen into c3, d6. This was considered to be slightly unusual line, but now the third most preferred. Top choices regarded as equalizing are c5, f5, bishop e4. d6 was played in the game, queen c2, f5. Controlling e4 square is very important in queen's Indian defense. Knight e1. Now white's plan is to exchange the bishop and post the knight to f4 to put pressure on e6 pawn. The weakness created by d6. Queen c8. Here Keres recommended bishop into g2, knight into g2, e5, d5, d5, rook d1 and queen c8. Queen c8 was played, e4. If white plays d5 here, then knight d7, d takes e6 and knight c5, and black regains a pawn. So e4 was played, knight d7, mistake, d5. Black now liquidates favorably in the center. It was better to play e into f5, e into f5, bishop h3. Here bishop e3 is also interesting, g6 and bishop f4. d5 was played, f into e4, queen into e4. Black gets a better position after either bishop into e4, knight f6, bishop g5, h6, bishop into f6, bishop into f6, d into e6, mistake. Here knight g2 is better for white. D into e6, bishop into e4, queen into e4 and rook e8. And also black gets a better position after d takes e6 and knight c5. So queen into e4 was played. Knight c5 attacking the queen. Queen e2. Here queen c2 would be mistake because of e takes d5. If c takes d5, then bishop a6. Black is better here. And if b4, then knight a6. And if bishop into d5 check, bishop into d5, c into d5 and queen f5. So queen e2 was played, and time to pause and find black's move. You will get 2 points. Bishop f6. By this way, black unpins this e6 pawn. Now the threat is e into d5 because bishop was earlier hanging here. Bishop h3. So white again pins this pawn. And time to pause and find black's move again. You will get 2 points. What would you play? Rook e8. Excellent. Now the threat is again e into d5. Bishop e3. White is threatening bishop takes c5 followed by bishop takes e6 check, but black can meet it. And if d into e6 is a mistake, knight into e6, queen g4 mistake, knight d4 excellent move, queen takes c8 would be blunder because of knight e2, beautiful checkmate. So after bishop e3, queen d8 was played, bishop into c5. This is inaccuracy. But after d into e6, also knight into e6. So bishop into c5, and now time again to pause and find black's move. You will get 2 points. E into d5, excellent discover attack, and it is intermezzo also because before taking the bishop, black has taken on d5 and threatened the queen. Bishop e6 check. White loses a pawn now. It was better to play bishop e3 here. d4 and bishop g2. Bishop e6 check, king h8, rook d1. White also loses a pawn either after c takes d5 and bishop takes d5, or bishop a3, then queen e7, c into d5 and bishop into d5. So rook d1 was played, d into c5. Here also good was b takes c5, knight g2 and d into c4. Black is winning here. And if after b into c5, c into d5, then bishop into d5, rook into d5 and queen e7. Black is clearly better here. So black plays d takes c5, knight g2, and black makes a mistake here, d4. Here better was actually bishop d4 because d4 actually hinders the bishop's diagonal. Hence, it was better to play bishop d4, knight f4, d into c4, queen h5, queen f6, bishop f7, rook e5, knight g6 check, queen takes g6, bishop takes g6 and rook takes h5, bishop takes h5 and bishop takes b2, and black remains with too many pawns for an exchange. So that was clearly better for black, but black made a mistake by playing d4. And white also makes a mistake, f4. Here it was necessary to support a well placed bishop on e6. So rf e1 was a good move here. Bishop c8. Otherwise white plays f4 f5 followed by knight f4 and supports the bishop. So that's why black attacks this bishop immediately. And queen g4, bishop takes e6, rook takes e6, rook takes e6, queen takes e6, queen e8, all liquidation, queen takes e8 check, rook takes e8, and king f1 would be still better for black due to extra pawn, but his bishop is restricted by his own pawns. See here, all the pawns are on dark squares. So white made a mistake here by playing f4, and after this the game is pure magic, the title given by me to this game. And time to pause and find black's move. You will get 2 points. d3, a positional pawn sacrifice by which Keres pinpoints flaw in Euwe's last move. Brilliant square clearance also. Rook into d3, and time to pause again and find black's stunning move. You will get 3 points. Queen into d3, beautiful queen sacrifice. And Paul Keres here offers a queen to eliminate well placed bishop on e6. Queen takes d3, and time to pause and find again black's move. You will get 2 points. Bishop d4 check, brilliant intermezzo. Before capturing the bishop on e6, black plays this intermediate move, which are many times very difficult to see. Rook f2, white offers an exchange, but black did not take it. The pin will be fatal after king h1, rook takes e6, f5, rook e3, attacking the queen, queen d2, ra e8, f6, rook e2, again attacking the queen, f takes g7 check. So this also you can call it as intermezzo. Before moving the queen, he has given the check, which is a forcing move. So black must remove the check on his king first before capturing a queen. So king takes g7 and queen g5 check, king h8, and black has a decisive advantage. So white plays rook f2 instead of king h1. Rook takes e6, king f1, and time to pause and find black's move. You will get 2 points. Ra e8, excellent move. Black has brought his last piece into attack, and this is better than capturing on f2. Black has now only rook and bishop for the queen, but look at all his pieces, how they are attacking and well placed. They are monsters. f5, rook e5, f6, g takes f6, rook d2, and time to pause and find black's move. You will get 2 points. Bishop c8, excellent move. Knight f4. Here if queen f3, then bishop h3, pinning the knight. Rook takes d4. If queen takes f6 check, then king g8, simply threatening rook f8. Rook takes d4, then c takes d4, g4, rook e1 check, king f2, and r1 e2 check gives black a decisive advantage, losing the knight. So knight f4 was played instead of queen f3. Rook e3 attacking the queen, queen b1. It is very important to stop this rook e1 check, so queen has to go back. Rook f3 check, king g2, and time to pause and find black's brilliant move. You will get 3 points. Rook into f4, brilliant move, exchange sacrifice. G into f4, rook g8 check, king f3, and after bishop g4 check, white resigned here. Okay, student, tell me what you learned today.
Sir, can I tell?
Okay, go ahead. If the position is equal, playing too hard for the advantage is risky. Peace activity is often more important than a small amount of material, such as a pawn or the exchange for a pawn. Be flexible. Just because a bishop is active on one diagonal doesn't mean that another diagonal might not be even better. So, hope you like the game. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified for about all our future uploads. This will encourage me to create more and more such beautiful videos for you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.